Good evening, everybody. Libra, welcome into your March 2022 reading for this period in time. It's a general reading, as I always say. Take what resonates with you, leave the rest of it. We will have 6 question and answers for you. If you see that it is not resonating with your energy, it means that I just haven't picked up on your energy. Nothing to worry about, guys. But we'll see what is in store for Libra in the month of March 2022. Libra. Okay. Let's talk about your significant energy in the month of March 2022. What is your most significant energy in this period in time, Libra? What is your most significant energy in the month of March 2022? Okay. What is your challenge around this portion in time? What is the challenge you have in this portion in time, Libra? What is your blessing that you could be receiving but you're not aware of in the month of March 2022? What is your blessing that you will be receiving or you will receive? But it could be a blessing in disguise for you as well. But what is the blessing here? What kind of a blessing? All right. What is your environment talking about? What's your environment talking about, Libra? What's your environment here? Okay. What is Spirit trying to tell you, or what is Spirit trying to communicate with you? And the probable outcome that will depend on individual timeline, on your astrological natal placement as well. But yeah, so some may receive the probable outcome result this month. Some may take a little bit longer. It all depends on your individual timeline here. Okay. The bottom of the deck is the King of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay. The Seven of Cups in the reverse. Hierophant in the reverse. The King of Swords, that's your energy, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Three of Swords in the reverse. Okay, you're trying to, it's a lot of sentimental healing at this point in time for you, Libra, with the Knight of Cups, right? You're trying, the world. You're trying to close something around your own life, in your own life, right? But you could have already done that, but it also takes a lot of, it is a lot of grief around this portion in time, because as you're closing, as you are moving out of that particular, it could be with people, with situations in your life that with the world, where you had been stuck in a bubble in that situation, is something that some of you may have already closed or will be closing, but that will also require a lot of healing with regards to your sentiment. Something when you close, that could be your connection with your friends, with your partner, with your office, in your personal life, with your anybody, with somebody that you have been, you had some kind of sentimental feelings, or you had some sentimental stories, that you have spent with one another. That could be just in a friendship, that could be in a professional environment. It can be in any part of your life, right? So, yeah, so there is a lot of healing that you definitely are looking for around this portion in time, because you know that you have been stuck in a situation from where you haven't been able to move or start something new, something that has been really painful in your life, Libra, something that has caused a lot of grief in your life, right? And you know that you have been trying to work with that for a long time as well, but now it's like you're putting in that effort to heal. You're not really putting in the effort to bring more pain in your life anymore, but you're trying to put in the effort now to erase that pain, to heal from that situation. Because as the King of Swords, you are very, and this is all in the mind, right? This is all in the mind. You're trying to break free, Libra, from something that has been in your past situation, that that you really may have not made an effort to wipe it out, but now you're trying to make an effort to break free from that particular situation in your life, putting the past behind you, basically. Excuse me, putting the past behind you. And that takes a lot of determination of the mind. The mind is where the problem is with people, the way you think, right? So you have been thinking about something or some situation that has been only causing a lot of pain. And that could be related with something in your past situation, prior to the present times, right? So this is where you are trying to understand, that it is the time. It is the time you need to get away from that energy, put the past behind you, right? Leave the past behind you and realign yourself with your faith and with your purpose in your life, right? Now, the thing over here is that you are realizing that you had lost faith in situations, in people, in circumstances, in anything in life that could concern your material happiness or your material part of the story, right? Where you could have been very stubborn about situations, where you could have been very stubborn about things in life in general, in the material world. You don't want to move, right? And you have been very focused on situations or people with status. You have been very status conscious. So you never thought that there is, something else that can happen also. Not everybody is around you will be rich. Not everybody around you will have a lot of money or health, or wealth or whatever. But somewhere you had been very stubborn about your choices in life, right? So now, which is where you had lost faith in yourself, because you had been constantly rotating in the same situation, because you did not realign yourself with situations in your life that you're going through today. You have been stuck with some situation that you had earlier on in your life, and you have maintained that same status quo, right? Which is where you're breaking free also from that status quo in life. You're coming to the point of understanding, Libra, that you cannot sit in that same status quo in the material, in the physical world anymore. You need to realign yourself. You need to be more flexible around you. You need to understand that maybe, your situations have changed and you need to change. You no longer hold the same position. Maybe once upon a time you were a big managing director or a big chief of some company, right? Where people kind of looked upon you with a lot of respect and gave you a lot of admiration, or kind of listened to what you had to say. So you were used to that kind of a lifestyle, right? Where you had people working for you or under you, where you were the boss. But now you could have retired, you may have changed companies, you could have, whatever. I mean, you're out of that situation. But now the thing is, you were still in that high chair. And if you still remain in that position, whereas the other areas of your life in the physical world has changed, and if you still think you're the boss running a company, or taking decisions for people around you, being stubborn, then you won't be able to adjust to your changing lifestyle, right? You need to adjust. So you adjust, you become flexible as you realign your choices. That once upon a time I had this, now I don't have. So I have to accept the fact that I'm not in that chair anymore, or I'm not in that position anymore. I'm probably dealing with different set of people. I'm probably dealing with, a much lower category of my work at this point than what I was doing before, right? So if I do not realign myself with those circumstances in life, and still continue to remain stubborn about my position that I once had before, then it will become a problem for you. It will be a problem for you, not for anybody else, right? So this is where your flexibility is all about, you coming to terms in yourself with your present condition and fitting yourself in the present situation, right? Now, your most significant energy in the month of March is your energy, but it's in the reverse, which is the page of Sword in the reverse, right? So it could be that, that you are not talking as much as you would like to talk around this portion in time. You're trying to, or if you're talking, you're not being very serious about your own situation. I mean, you're just talking for the sake of talking, for some of you, right? For others of you, it is also about sharpening your intelligence. So it's the time, it's the time where you need to, let's look at the page of Sword in the reverse. It's like you're not really, in the reverse, it's like you're not really making an effort to seek much around you at this portion in time, right? The Queen of Wands, right? You could be very much in your power at this point. That's probably where you're not really, the Eight of Wands. Yeah. What I'm getting, Libra, is whatever you have done before, as the page of sword in the reverse is where you have said a lot of things to other people, but you haven't kept up to your promise. Some of you. You just said and you walked away from there. You didn't mean it. You know what I mean? You really did not take it seriously. Like you could have met a friend, for example, and you said, okay, come over to my house, and then you completely forgot about it. You did not make an effort to follow up. You did not make an effort to invite that person back in, right? You were not really serious. You just said things for the heck of saying it, for some of you as well, right? Or you were too, and right now what I'm getting is that you're not even bothered about other situations, what is happening in other areas, in other people's life. You're not really interested to know about other people or other situations because you, as the Queen of Wands and the Eight of Wands, you are too busy and focused on your own activity in life, right? You're taking charge of your own power, and you will be. What you want to do, where you want to go, right? Planning, thinking about it, making the most out of the situation here. Whereas you're not really paying attention to other situations or other things around you. You're just like not even interested. So you are more interested to see what you can do with your own situation. How do you move from wherever you are? And that could be again personal, professional, taking on a leadership role for some of you. It also could be that you're thinking about a promotion at this point in time. And if you take a promotion, what are your activities that you will have to engage yourself in, right? There will be a lot of responsibilities that might topple over you all of a sudden. And then how do you manage those responsibilities as being in the managerial position for some of you as well, right? So you're more busy with your own self at this point, right? You could also be very stubborn about your own decisions, the decisions that you make now, right? You could be also very, because some of you could be making decisions, not only professionally, but even personal decisions, where you probably will have to balance two situations for some of you as well, right? For some, it could be that you are planning to move, or there might be a movement involved in your planning. So whatever that situation is, you are more in you're vibing in that energy where you are giving yourself the time to think properly over something in your life that you want to go towards more so, right? So you're not, with the page of sword in the reverse, you're not really paying attention to anything at this point. When I say attention to anything is, like I said, could be people or situations around you, what is happening in other people's life, how they are doing, what they are doing, going into Facebook, social media accounts to check on your friend's status and all those kind of activities that people normally do, right? This time in the month of March, you are like, no, this is something I have to dedicate to myself because this is all about me. It's all about my own need and demands, that I'm stubborn and I want to imply that in the right way. Now, your challenge is the Nine of Cups in the reverse. So some of you, your challenge could be, whatever you haven't seen before, whatever you haven't done before, you probably did not have the money for that, you did not have the energy for that, right? Something that makes you happy once again, right? With the Nine of Cups in the reverse, your challenge is to feel happy again, to feel alive again, right? To bring back that excitement in your life, something that excites you, something that makes you, again, thrilled about life in general, something that creates that sensation of excitement in you in here, justice in the reverse, because that situation will end where you haven't really had justice for yourself, or you haven't really had a fair deal um, with your own wishes in life, right? You did not get what you want. You did not really have justice served to you on that situation. So that situation where you were feeling that you probably will never get to see something good, you will never get to see or do something that thrills or excites you, because some of you at this point could be carrying a lot of responsibility on your shoulder, right? And this is where, you are becoming stubborn about your own situation, where you know that for a long time you have been working and working and working. So you have been carrying a lot of load on your shoulder, and you need a break from that situation. And that is where you feel that you haven't really done things for yourself. You have been very, very preoccupied about doing things for other situations, for other people, for working and working and working till such time you're carrying so much of load on your shoulder that your back is kind of breaking, right? And this is where that situation where there was an injustice in this situation will be terminated, will end, and justice will return for you. Okay, so this situation, this is where you're taking a stand in here in the month of March 2022, then you want to move out of that situation. This could be your personal or it could be your professional situation where you have been putting in a lot of work towards a certain thing, but at the end of the day, you found that you're carrying the maximum load of that responsibility, which is on your head. And that's not a fair game for you. It's not being fair, that you are having to do everything around, and that other people are not really participating in reducing your load. So this is where you're like, no, I have to, and it could be in the management position too, right? Some of you, like I said, could be going and applying for a job that gives you a managerial position where your challenge is that you do not do everything. You will have people with whom you will have to work, and that is how you manage your show. You can tell them what to do, and you will tell them what to do. You will be like the director. You're like, this is how you do, this is what you do, guiding them, telling them. But your challenge is that you do not pick up that same load that needs to be distributed, delegated. And just because others are not doing their job, you go and start working on their behalf, which means you're taking that whole burden on your shoulder. That's not a fair game, right? And that is where your challenge is. If you can retain and control yourself and direct things in the right way, where the work is delegated, everybody participates, it's division of labor, and that you do not take the complete responsibility and feel that you are being made a scapegoat in a situation like this, right? Now, your blessing is the Knight of Pentacles. Let's see. So your challenge is that you do not do that. Your challenge is that you will let others work with you, or you work with them as their boss, but you do not take on the whole stuff on your shoulder again, just because you feel that others are not doing a good job, and then you rush in and say, okay, leave that, I will do it. No, your challenge is to be patient on that situation, and direct other people to do their work well, right? That would be a management position kind of a situation. That could be in your house, It could be in a profession, personal or professional situation in life, right? So you have a blessing here, which is of the magician, right? So you could be the master of your own self. You would be the master of your own self to take the decisions, to take the calls, right? The Three of Cups. Yeah, to deal with people. You will know how to deal with people. You will know how to deal with people. You will be a good manager or a good boss or a good situation. Oh, you had the Ten of Pentacles, the Magician, and the Three of Cups. Yeah, you will be able to rule the roost. Your blessing is that you will do it very slowly. You will not run and rush towards a situation here, but you have people around you, again, personal, professional. You have people, it could also be a domestic situation, which could also have outside people in that too, right? So you could have two kinds of people here, or you're dealing with a personal relationship and you're also dealing with a professional relationship. That also could be a part of this story. But your blessing is that you will be able to deal with people very well. You will do it very slowly. You will give it time. You will you will do your due diligence, but you will be smart with the magician. You will be smart with people around you. You will not, you will not, you will be the magician. You will have your tools ready whenever the time is required to deal with people in general, like I said, personal or professional, or friends, or anybody, or strangers, or your neighbors, or anybody. You will be able to manage the show very well, Libra. Okay, and that is where you will do your due diligence, but you will be very, very calculative. You will not do anything that can harm you or that can cause you problems. So you will be very, very conscious of what you're saying, how much you're saying, what is the action you're taking, how much is the action you need to take. It'll be very calculative. You will not throw everything out, or you will not give everything away. You know what I mean? You will take your time to think about it. It'll be very slow that you will work with this energy, but your blessing is that you need to. You need to take time. You have some kind of a party you're going to, or whatever that is happening, or you're meeting up with your family, extended family. You will plan well in advance. You will plan yourself well in advance to meet those people around you. And you will be very, very sharp about your communication, the way you talk, the way you act, everything about you, right? There is like an aura around you. So your blessing is that you're coming to the point of understanding that you will have to deal with people in your life. And that's coming up in the month of March, right? You will have to deal with people. And the thing about dealing with people is knowing how to deal with people. That's a skill, right? That's an art. That's a skill. That's an art. Not everybody can do that. Not everybody will have that skill to deal with people. So you will attract back a lot of people in your life, Libra. It's also a part of the thing here. You will definitely attract back a crowd, a community, a group, friends, relatives, whatever it is. But you will definitely have people over, maybe in your house, a house party, or whatever that situation could be, right? Where you kind of mix your friends with your relatives, or with people you live in the house, you bring them over, and you will manage the show very well. That's your blessing in the month of March, which is very, very good. Now, environment is talking about the tower. Okay, so there could be some upheaval, some change, some epiphany in your environment that can happen in the month of March. Something that can come to you out of the blue, right? And you could be very well not expecting that situation to happen. But environment is saying there is something in your environment at this point in time which is going to either shock you, not shock you maybe in the wrong way, but let's see. But there is some change that's showing up in the environment here for you. Let's see. Something maybe that you're not expecting will happen unexpectedly. Yeah, that you have been waiting for a long time. Let's see here. Three of Wands. Yeah, and the Sun. Yeah. Yeah, there will be, you have been waiting for some kind of a situation to turn around in your life, Libra, and that turnaround time is coming. That turnaround time is coming, right? And what it is, you will be able to understand only when it happens. But whatever is moving and shifting in your life that you had been waiting for a long time will bring back a lot of happiness in your life. Yeah, so definitely it's a good shift. It's a good shift. It will definitely bring back a lot of goodness, good people, fun times, your health, your energy, right? Where once it comes, because you will lift your restriction in yourself. Like I said, you will lift all the restrictions you had towards people in general. For some of you, you will lift restrictions towards your friends also. So there are a lot of things you will let go. You will not hold those against people or against others in general, right? But you have been waiting for some time to feel that warmth, to feel that happiness, and that shift is coming in your environment. Something is going to unexpectedly turn around for you. Maybe some of you could receive a proposal of marriage. Some of you could be getting engaged. It could be a proposal to get engaged, or it could be a shift in your job, right? Something on a higher category. That's what I'm getting more. Or a new change, a new shift of location, or whatever that situation is, right? Where you could, you have been waiting. You have really been on hold for some time here with that situation, but that is coming back to life in here, which in turn, Libra, will bring about a lot of happiness back into your life. So Spirit is saying strength. So Spirit is talking about you holding on to your kindness, your compassion, and to your personal power, because you might receive, all of a sudden, some of you could become very powerful at this point. You could receive a lot of personal power back into your life. But your Spirit is saying that if that happens, or when that happens, you do not overrule your kindness and compassion in that story. Stick on to that. You could have a lot of power, but don't be rude or brutal with people. You have to still hold on to your kindness, your compassion in the right way, and also tame your fears. So Spirit is saying do not get scared of anything that is moving and shifting It is for your own good as well at this point in time, right? Yeah, the Empress in the reverse. Because some of you could have been sitting in a place without any growth for a long time. And that could be the growth that is coming back into your own life. Where you were in dearth of some kind of abundance in your life, the Tower in the reverse. Yeah, see, Spirit is saying this Tower in the reverse and the Empress in the reverse was that, there was a delay in this situation for you. There was a delay in your own growth, in you bringing back your own abundance in life. There was definitely a delay. But it also could be that with the Strength card, you're recognizing that the delay was also a part of your personal transformation. That is, in fact, you have gone through the Five of Wands. Yeah. Spirit is saying that, this change that is going to occur is for your own benefit, right? It's going to bring you back your strength. That strength probably some of you did not have or you were lacking in it, right? You were probably a lot more scared about situations in general before, right? But now it is the time that, you're getting back your personal strength and power once again. But like I said, keep your compassion, keep your kindness alive. Don't let that go, because with the Empress in the reverse, and the Tower in the reverse, it clearly says that there was a delay in the situation of your own growth. Now, it could be a personal growth, it could be a professional growth. But the reason is why it happened is because universe wanted you to complete your circle in life for your own strength. Until you have that strength, they were watching. Until you had your strength, until you were ready to take on any kind of challenges and convert that challenge into a substantial part of your life where, you grow from that challenge, you learn from your experience, you understand people better, you can deal with situations better, right? You have that strength. That's where there was a delay, because universe was molding you for better and brighter things in life, right? With the Five of Wands, where you have learned your lesson. And there was a delay because there was a lot of drama in your life that you were facing. Again, personal or professional drama that created a lot of internal and external strife in your life. So Spirit is saying that this delay has happened because of that strength. They want you to have that strength back to deal with situations in the right way. And that's where your strength, Spirit is saying you have a lot of strength. Put that in use now, right? Put that in use, because you have learned from experiences that has been quite rough with people that created a lot of fight and drama and conflict and argument with people in your life. And that's where the delay, because you could have been very focused on this situation rather than being focused on your strength and power to bring back your abundance. You know what I mean? So Spirit is saying this is a learning lesson that has already happened. So from now, work for your own power. Be kind, be compassionate, be nice to people, be good with people, and you will get back all your lost energy. All your creative energy, everything that you have been creatively been blocked from moving. There has been a delay in your growth. It's because you were more focused on other situations in life with people, where you were not on the same page with other people, and that kind of created a lot of conflict and a delay in your personal or professional growth as well, right? So Spirit is saying the power is coming back to you, but this time around please use it in the rightful way. That's very important for you, Libra. Okay. Now, as I said, um, the outcome is the Queen of Swords, which is again your energy. So you will learn to deal with things professionally, personally, in a very clear, concise, precise manner. Whatever you think is right for you, because you have gone through a life experience in your life. You know that, Libra. You have learned a lot. You have experienced a lot in your own life. So you are highly experienced from that point of view. You cannot be taken for a ride anymore. You're very sharp. You have a sharp tongue at this point in the month of March. You can really cut through people's BS. So you will know exactly, right? And if anybody comes with a different kind of a situation in front of you, you will be able to understand that right away, because this is your own energy. You're vibing in your own energy, Libra. So this is a very, very clear in an individual. You can be very witty as well around this portion in time, where you deal with rough situations with your wit and your humor as well, for some of you, right? So your dealings will be extremely good with people. Yeah, the Knight of Swords. Yeah, see, your dealings will be frank but witty. You will be able to say the right thing. You will be able, opportunity is there whenever you see an opportunity, right? You see an opportunity, you need to be frank, you will be frank. You will be very, very frank, because, you don't want to keep things in hiding anymore. You will not keep things in hiding anymore in here, Libra. You even if it scares you, even if you feel that it is very scary to say something, you will still not keep it in hiding. You will open up, right? And the time is coming. The time is not here as of now. So some of you could be still waiting for the time, the Ace of Wand in the reverse, where you will open up and say the right thing. So this again depends on your timeline, when you get that opportunity. But your probable outcome is that you're very clear about what you want to say, what you want to do. You will be very frank, maybe without any emotions, but you will also have a little bit of a wit and humor in yourself too, to deal with people. But other than that, there is some situation in your life that you haven't really spoken about. You may have kept it in hiding because you're waiting for the right opportunity to come. And that could be again in your personal life, in your professional life, in whichever circumstance, right? And that is when you see the opportunity, where you see that opportunity come. That's when you're going to say things in order to clear a lot of things that you still may have not cleared, or you may not know, but the time is still not here. So you will have to wait for the time to come. But in the meantime, right? In the meantime, you will be very, very, with the Queen of Swords, you will be very clear. You will cut off people if you think that they are not the right type of people for you either. So you will kind of clear situations in your life, as what I'm getting. All the situations that, have not really worked for you, have not really manifested the right result for you, you will definitely not keep that in your life anymore going forward, right? So your preparation is starting off from the month of March, and you will be, like I said, very alert, very sharp, clear-brained, clear tongue about your communication in life as well. Because what I'm getting, guys, is that you're preparing for your future now. You're not just thinking about today or tomorrow. You're thinking long term, right? That long term thing is still taking time for you to come. It's not here. But you are already thinking ahead, right? You're already thinking ahead. So, whatever you're thinking ahead, you'll be very frank, honest, clear about your story as well, going forward, so that when the next cycle of your life is about to start or will start, you will start your life completely fresh. You know what I mean? So, that kind of an energy, you're kind of gearing up for something more at this point from the month of March, right? You're gearing up for something more in your life because, like I said, there could be a shift starting to happen from this month in your environment. So, that shift itself will accommodate your preparation time that you need to prepare yourself for a long term possibility in your life. Okay. Um, yeah. Again, there is a close. See, right here too. There is a close here too. Yeah, you're freeing yourself, Libra. You're definitely freeing yourself from all the external bad factors in your life that you had been sitting with for a long time. So, yeah, you're definitely moving out. Yeah, you're definitely closing your past, your historical past, as I would like to say it, and you're walking out of that situation towards your own freedom, right? So enjoy this reading, guys, until I see you once again. Till then, love you, God bless, Khuda Hafiz, Namaste.